on our Master Special. Here's a look at a bunker that fronts the 6th, the downhill par 3. And this is a look on the 12th, that bunker that guards that green and just over Rays Creek. It's time to raise your golf IQ. The advent of the sand wedge, where did that come from? Well, Harvey Penick in his book talks about the sand wedge. He said that it was first invented at Houston Country Club by Edwin McLean back in 1928. Bobby Jones used the McLean sand wedge in the Open Championship in 1930, and then Horton Smith carried one on tour. Well, obviously, Bobby Jones, you know that relationship. Those sand wedges were declared illegal, and in 1932, Gene Sarazen, he ended up inventing the sand wedge that is legal that you're accustomed to now. That's Horton Smith. Horton Smith won the first and third Masters, and obviously Gene Sarazen won the middle one. Bobby Jones, you know all about that. The keys to being successful in bunker, well, you can thank these gentlemen, because this is really what started the advent of the sand wedge. And as we head back outside to talk about bunker play, it's time to grip confidence, grip golf drive. So when we need to get trajectory on our shots out of the bunker, there's a couple of things that we want to do. One of the things that we want to do before we hit the ball is we're going to alter this grip a little bit. What I want you to do is I want you to take your trail hand and get it a little bit more into the fingers of the hand. So you're going to get it sort of into that second joint there. What that's going to do is that's going to allow the club to have a little freedom to it. We want to hinge this club a little bit more. We don't want to sort of be dead wristed. We want to get a little bit of wrist activity here, okay? So we're going to just put that into the fingers of the hand. When that comes in like that, and that's going to allow us to get this trajectory up into the air there. Now, a couple other things that we want to pay attention to. One is the hinging of the wrists. We talked about changing that grip so that we could do that. But when you're hitting the shot, I want you to feel like you're going to let this club head get up into the air and not really feel like it's moving at the same rate of speed as the handle. Second thing I want to do is, and this is something that Seve was masterful at, getting these knees bent, getting low, getting this handle low. So we want to get a little wider stance, a little bit more knee flex, and a little bit of a lower handle. You can see that one just popped straight up into the air. That was exactly how we're going to create that trajectory. So, finally, what we want to do is we want to have the handle of the golf club as it goes around, it's going to stop. So when we come through here, the handle's going left, but we're going to stop and we're going to let that club head go whipping right on by. And what will happen is that the club head will be thrown underneath, but it's stopping, so it'll chuck that that ball straight up into the air. I almost did it too much there. You can see that one got really high, but I didn't hit it hard enough. Now, let's put all this together. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take the grip and we're going to alter it just a little bit. So we're getting it into the fingers of that second joint of the fingers, so that we can then take the hinge and exaggerate that hinge. We really want to get this club up into the air when we do this, and it's all going to be hinged up. And what that does too is that as we hinge up, it adds a little bit of loft to the club. That's the purpose of that whole thing. Now, wider stance with some knee flex, that handle can get a little bit low. And then we're just going to let that handle kind of stop and let the club head go whizzing on by. Straight up into the air. That one's got to be close. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you're going to get that trajectory up into the air. That's what you're going to see the players doing at Augusta National this week.